Hello everyone, Andrew here, and welcome back to Donkey Kong Country 2, the Lost Levels, where last time we completed the main game, and this time it's all about the Lost World, except for the fact that before we really dive into things, I thought I would show off something that I've been alluding to for the entire Let's Play, and that is what happens when Squawks interacts with either a Clobber enemy or a Cruncha enemy, or basically anything that kind of has that knockback effect. When you touch them, Squawks does not like them in the slightest, and it's not an interaction that you see in the original game, so I figured, for completion's sake, since we're playing a ROM hack, and since most people out there have probably not played any Donkey Kong Country 2 ROM hacks, it is something that would be fun to show off. I first accidentally ran into this when I was looking for the DK coin in this level during my first playthrough, because I did not know it was hidden inside of the bonus game, but yeah, I accidentally came down here with Squawks and did this. So right now, none of my controls were working. That's so fascinating. So you can still get hit, and then you regain control. But if you don't take a hit while you're in that kind of paralyzed state, like right now, none of my buttons are working. Even start and select does not work. So you have essentially soft locked yourself. You can also do this in traumatic tunnels. It also happens if you're, riding Squawks with Diddy and Dixie and not just transformed into him. So there you go, a new way to soft lock your game. This is basically a PSA. Don't do this if you're playing a Donkey Kong Country 2 ROM hack, because now I have to reset, but I just figured I would demonstrate that for everyone. Because yeah, it's kind of a weird thing that you would just never encounter normally. Alright, so back to the main event. It is time to start the post-game, and thankfully that soft lock did not delete my save data, as that one did all those months ago in Deep Dangerous Doors. I apologize for the big gap between this part and the previous part, although I suppose I picked a good time to do it in between the main game and the post-game. It is now time to visit Clubba's kiosk, I believe for the first time in this Let's Play. I don't think we have done this so far. He's going to be going on about how he wants us to find all these bonus tokens, but what he doesn't know is that we've actually found every single one so far. Also, I don't think that Fight Him is any different in this game. This hack is definitely all about changing up the levels, introducing new enemies. I don't believe there is like a single textual change. Actually, that's not true. The level names are different. But otherwise, like what characters say. I think the first time you visit Cranky in the Lost World, he goes on about, "Oh man, I'm an old man in the Lost World. You totally found me." And now we're stuck watching this. No, we're not. You can actually skip that. I don't think anyone really needs to know what was going on there. Native Spirits is the first level we're going to be dealing with in the Lost World. And it is one of those kind of outside, Aztec-y kind of levels, and wow, that's kind of weird how that guy didn't die when I jumped there, but he died when I totally shot him with webs. We are once again dealing with Squitter, something that we did a lot in the last part. Also, I have no idea what I am standing on. That's so strange. We have had some excellent explanations from people about just how exactly Donkey Kong Country 2 hacking works. I'm guessing that would have something to do with the terrain not being set the same as the graphics are? I don't know. And here's another kind of weird place. I also really like this kind of building or cave that's made out of assets, that are normally in the game, yet they're reused in a different way. And that's something that the hack creator has been excellent at doing all throughout this game. They take those things that were never meant to be used in a certain way and uses them in a way that actually looks nice. I mean, I think of like, Mario World hacking. And there's sometimes when people will try and reuse assets from the original game and it won't look so great, but I mean, especially considering this game, you would think it would be something that's actually more difficult to do. The hack creator has done an excellent job. That's also the only bonus game of the levels. Now that we have entered the Lost World, each level only has a single bonus game, which gives you the DK coin, and that one was not super well hidden. But that does mean that now we don't really need to be too on the lookout for any more secrets. I mean, you get the DK coin and all of the bonus games out of the way all in one, which is like super convenient. Also, I think that those weird pallet guys are kind of a new enemy. At first when I saw them, I thought, oh, it's another case of the enemy's pallets looking weird. And I really do not want to lose Squitter here. When in fact, I believe that's probably, maybe they're supposed to be the spirits that the level title is referring to. They kind of walk back and forth. I believe that they can be jumped on though, so they're not like the enemies we saw earlier where, you can't walk them. Also, I was totally ready for that balloon to go the wrong direction. I hate when that happens. So I think, yeah, we can jump on you. So they can be dealt just as any normal enemy can, except they look totally different. It's kinda crazy. Also, to the left, is there something down there? I think there is. I didn't think so at first. Whoa, Radley! Okay, I did. So the story of The Lost World is that I have played this level, and I think I tried the next level, although I don't believe I beat it. Or if I did, I definitely don't think I found the DK coin. After which point, my save data was deleted by that glitch that I encountered. So this is something I did not know anything about. Although, how do I get out of here safely? That's the, that's the key question that we're being asked here. That's such a cool secret, though. Okay, yeah, I don't trust my ability to get out of here. Now I'm actually kind of lodged in between a thing now. So Radley is up there, but how do I get out of here? That's really strange. I definitely did not trust my ability to make that gap with Radley. Maybe I shouldn't have been so scared. I feel like maybe I was overreacting now. That's just what we do here. Okay, so there. I actually got up, but we lost Radley in the process, but hey, we found him. And at the end of the day, that's what really counts. Radley, like Yoshi, exists solely to be a sacrifice in our never-ending escapades of world domination. That is the true plot of Donkey Kong Country 2. You just never knew it because you never read the instruction manual. And these days, games don't even come with instruction manuals. And the whole reason for that is because they actually don't want you to know that everything you are doing is just totally a scheme for video game companies to take over the universe. Regardless, though, that was thankfully a completely pointless hit. And here we have, again, one of those kind of interesting kind of inside cave portions that, like you even get a window. Like, wow, the hack creator knew exactly what they were doing when they made this. And man, does it look pretty snazzy, if I don't say so myself. So we got a treasure chest and a 1-up. I did not stock up on lives. I did not stock up. I'm totally stuck up while I play Donkey Kong Country 2. You can be sure of that. Can we get that now? Yes, we can. I didn't stock up on any lives before coming to the Lost World. And I was actually thinking recently about something that someone posted a comment about. I made a comment in a recent Donkey Kong Country 2 Lost Levels video about what is even going on here. This is just strange all over the place. They are hiding behind the foreground. I cannot say I totally agree with that. Whoa! That was not how I was expecting to interact with the terrain there. So it was commented on a comment that I made where I said, in Donkey Kong Country 2, you do not encounter ice levels until World 6. But then someone else said that, no, Andrew, if you do the Lost World level in World 3, you will actually encounter an ice level then. So that would technically be the first ice level of the game inside of World 3. And that's such a fascinating thing to think about, because whenever I play Donkey Kong Country 2, I always do all of the Lost World levels last and group them together kind of as if, they're their own world. They're a World 8. Just as they are in Donkey Kong Country 3. That game makes it a lot simpler, where the Lost World is very clearly meant to be a post-game world that you do all at once. Meanwhile, in this game, that's definitely not as clear-cut. So if you do, play the Lost World levels as you encounter them and not necessarily, keep them all bunched up for the end, technically, I suppose the first the first ice level that you encounter would be in World 3. And I think that's pretty cool to think about because, I don't know why the balloon's not there that time. Did I give it a chance to float away? Something weird must have happened. But that is cool. What do you guys consider? Was there something? Why is there bananas down here? There are just things hidden all over the place that I do not believe I ever knew about. But what would you think of the Lost World levels in Donkey Kong Country 2? Do you consider, like, the Lost World level that you access from World 2 part of World 2? Or would you consider it part of a World 8? I guess one way you could look at it is, even in the original game, the Lost World levels are kind of toned in difficulty to be the same as whatever world they're in. So, like, the Lost World level that you access from World 2 in the original game is not the difficulty of, a post-game level of it, technically. It's pretty on par with the rest of World 2 in terms of difficulty, and I guess I would also feel the same way about this level. This is definitely not up to par with some of the levels that we were encountering in Worlds 6 and 7 of the main game. Also, I think I made kind of a weird interaction here. I wanted to see what was on this bridge above me, although I do not have any kind of way of accessing that. Also, here's the Radley sign. I wonder what we would have gotten for that. And nothing behind the end. Not like there's anything I'm really too worried about from the target there. I'm curious about that whole Radley situation that was going on. So I'm actually going to go back there and see what we can pull off. And in the meantime, while I do that, you can debate with yourselves whether this is a level from World 2 or whether this is technically World 8, because I'm still on the fence about it. See you in a minute. Thanks a lot, Diddy Barrel. Wow. Okay, so the no squitter sign is there. And if I remember correctly, we then went down here. Let's get Dixie out so that this is simpler. Yeah, it's actually not really initially obvious that there's a secret down here because of the weird way that you interact with the walls. So was I over... See, that's just strange that you can stand on that. Can we do a thing like this if we get the right bounce? Like, no! Because there's a wall there. I don't know what's up with that. And then we get this guy with the wrong palette. I'm not sure. I am not sure what this game is expecting of you. I think the checkpoint is here. So we'll quit and we'll try that one more time. This is all just fodder to ensure that this video gets up to half an hour like the rest of them, which that's actually a lie. It's not the intention here. I don't know. This is... what is even happening? It's funny though. I was thinking to myself, you know, maybe this video won't end up being as long as the other ones that, you know, as they've been lately, because the levels might be shorter and such. But, you know, if I keep doing crazy experimental things like this, that probably won't be the case. Like, I don't know what it wants from you, because I definitely ran into like a wall there. I feel like it's not possible to get Radley out of there, unless there's something I'm just totally missing, because the way that this is solid, it's, I don't know, it's a mystery. And not one that we will be solving in today's video, I suppose. With that said, though, that is the first lost level down, and we will, or rather, the first lost world level down. I always get that kind of saying mixed up. And to finish off this video, we will be doing one more of them, the one found in World 3, which is the one that's been up for debate, because this would technically be the ice level that has been discussed, I believe, you know, thus far in this video. Frosty Fields, is it actually frosty still in this game? Well, there's... oh, there are ice physics, I think. Is that ice physics, or is that just, like, doesn't know when to stop running physics? I'm actually not sure, because here's the deal. I mean, you probably wouldn't know because you're not the one using the controller. I'll tell you when I let go of the right button. Now. So that's... look how extra far Dixie is going. Like, I don't think that's how ice physics worked. I mean, it doesn't seem slippery as much as it just seems like the physics are extremely, the movement is extremely extended. Also, our first appearance of these guys, did they actually do anything? No, I think they are literally just there to make that jump more difficult. I cannot say that I appreciate that very much. I do like the palette of this level, though, as I think I've established earlier on in this Let's Play. Whoa, 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 whoa. That scared me, not being able to jump through that platform there. My favorite color is blue, so I definitely enjoy the aesthetic going on here. There was also that, you know, beehive level that was blue. Very enjoyable color in my books. But yeah, this would be very tricky without Dixie getting across there without taking any damage. So this is where things are completely new for me. I think, did I beat this level? I remember it being blue and it being a kind of forest level like this, although it is actually playing the rigging level music, which I quite like. I think it goes quite nice with this kind of level theme. Also, this is a high jump to have to make on that guy. Although I definitely did not find the DK coin in this level, so we will be on the lookout for a bonus game somewhere else. So, it doesn't seem that this was made completely correct. You can kind of glitch through the platforms at times. I mean, this is definitely a structure that you never see in the original game. A giant floating landmass, more akin to something you would normally see out of like a Mario game, with kind of having, you know, solid blocks existing above you. Like here, I guess we can do even more glitching to get through. How are we supposed to do this? We're supposed to jump over to here. This guy. Actually, I guess, so this is ice physics? It just doesn't feel the same as ice physics, I don't think. Especially considering there was that one level in the 6th world that it had ice physics that I died like a million times to. You would think I would remember exactly how ice physics feel, and I do not think that it is the same as I am experiencing in this level. Also, yes, you go, Diddy. Just get jammed inside the ceiling. Wow, okay, so we actually made that as Diddy without too much of an issue. I was expecting it to be much more difficult. So, let's see, what do we have exactly going on here? Gotta bounce on all these guys and then once again, not get any kind of reward for that. We have talked many times in this Let's Play about how getting a 1-up by bouncing on consecutive enemies in the original Donkey Kong Country games is pretty much impossible. Also, was I doing a thing where I can do this? That is so weird. And what if I were to like go on top of this? You can kind of get yourself inside of here, but thankfully we can just jump up through that. That's a very common thing in Mario World ROM hacks, to like sandwich yourself inside of walls where you're not supposed to. Sometimes ending up with, you know, soft locking the game, but thankfully in that case we were able to get out just fine. And I think we were destroyed right around here, where yes, we were so pleasantly jammed inside the ceiling. I cannot say I was totally a fan of that by any means. Anyway, we can use you to destroy you. That sounds like a good deal to me. And we got that, but we have this guy. I like the sound effect that it's using. Those guys were never intended to be used along this level, but that is a weird bounce to have to make. Although I totally got up here without it before, I think. How does this work? I don't know. I don't like this. I hope I didn't accidentally get myself stuck here because there's now no enemy to bounce on. Huh. Can I do a thing where I go up here? Yeah, this level could have used some more beta testing, I get the feeling. Oh, wow. Like, I just cannot believe how kind of janky this whole level is. Wow, okay, so we could make that by, like, a sliver. Good to know. Also, we once again, like, look at that. That's not a structure beneath us that was ever used in the original game. Also, I do not approve of all these guys being a pain like that. Blind jumps. I mean, I guess if I had taken my time, perhaps I could have noticed that guy, but I didn't. And that's why we're replaying the level. I just love glitching through that wall. Like, it's so obviously not intended, and yet it is such a funny thing to do. Alright, so we've gotten all of you guys out of the way. We can once again use you to destroy you. And then, hopefully we can this time get up here without too much trouble. Actually, we have 2 Kongs now. Thus, all difficulty of that section has been completely eliminated. Where did I get killed last time? Oh yeah, right around here. So I fell down. Okay, so if you take your time, you can watch him get jammed inside the wall. Ha! Look at you! I know how that feels. It's not a pleasant experience in the slightest. Oh, and there's the bonus game, okay. Wow, how did I not find that the last time? Should I go back and try to get it? Can I kill you guys from the bottom? Yes, you can. Okay, well, since we have so thankfully located it, we might as well go. Can I glitch through this wall and get to it that way? It felt like I was going through that wall at one point, although it does not any longer appear to be the case. So, okay, we can even actually go through this thing here. Another bonus game where you just kind of have to fall into a random hole, although that one was actually a lot more nicely kind of told to us. I'm not sure why I never found that. Maybe I never did beat this level. I don't know. I have no idea what is going on anymore. Anyway, it seems like we have this barrel. It goes way farther to the right than I was expecting. Is it just gone now for good? No, it seems to come back. Although, with that into account, we actually do not have much time to really deal with everything that is going on here. And we slipped off the edge. I guess that's where the Frosty kind of thing is implied. Thankfully, though, trying again does not seem to be any kind of an issue whatsoever. So let's see. So we can do this. It seems like you want to get as many of the stars as possible before going off screen. I wonder if I could have stayed in it and kind of gone off screen with it. That would have been kind of funny to experience. Okay. Oh, it keeps shooting you. Oh, it's a moving arrow barrel. I couldn't tell what kind of barrel it was. So you actually have no say in when you shoot out from the barrel. It just kind of constantly shoots you out, therefore preventing us from experiencing what it would have been like to be crushed into the corner, which would have gone well with our experience of being crushed into the ceiling. But sometimes you just can't get everything you want. Okay. Hopefully we have a checkpoint coming up, as I feel very unsafe around here. Is this the checkpoint, maybe? Oh, there's DK barrel, and there's the checkpoint. Thank you. All of my wishes came true in that case. Although, Diddy, we don't like you anymore, so you can go away. Also, I like the lag because of all of the enemies on screen at once. And another level where the O is located after the checkpoint. I misinterpreted what was going on there and thought that I was able to grab the letter and proceed when I was actually supposed to go back. Although, considering how janky this level is, I was kind of surprised I wasn't able to glitch through the walls in any way, but guess you gotta deal with what you gotta deal with. Okay, so at least getting another Kong after the checkpoint is not a difficult thing to do, but is that the only Kong barrel or the DK barrel we're going to see for the remainder of the level? I wonder. Also, lives have not really been an issue. I did not put any effort into, accumulating them before starting this part of the game, because again, I guess that just confirms that this should be considered more of a World 3 level rather than a World 8 level, because the levels are definitely just not that up to the difficulty ranking that we have been used to. Also, we found all the bonus games and all the DK coins. I mean, not that there would be more than one of those. So we do not actually need to be on the active lookout for secrets, but it is kind of cool, you know, finding things that otherwise, you know, could easily be missed. Also, wow, there's a lot of weird things going on here that I'm totally not feeling comfortable dealing with. But so far, so good. Okay, so we got you. Well, we actually lost a life and immediately got it back, which was kind of cool. I wouldn't have minded using that barrel to kill this dude down here. I feel like the N or something is probably hidden in this vicinity. Wow, how am I just predicting this? I mean, there's not like there's anything else that could have been hidden. I guess an extra life or something. Hey! Those guys were jumping in, you know, different patterns, and I was not expecting that. Okay, so here, is there a platform down there? I can't tell. I feel like I'm missing something to the left, but there's just no way of knowing. Also, I got all three of those guys with one shot. Can we bounce on you guys consecutively to get something? No, we cannot. Is there something down here? It's just kind of a weird spot. Last time I questioned the spot like that, we found the Radley that we were not able to do anything with. Also, oh yeah, this part. I think I took damage here last time. How do you even time this? Like that, okay. That was kind of cool. Can we hit you? Yes. That's, again, kind of a weird jump. And, wow, okay. That's just all kinds of bizarre. And here I am, running my mouth about things not being difficult and, you know, bring on the floodgates of death. That's typically what happens in my Let's Plays. Oh my gosh, we actually gonna do that 1-up? Oh my gosh, look at all those guys I bounced on and I still didn't get a 1-up. Like, it has to exist because there's that cheat, or not cheat necessarily, but trick you can pull off in the original game where, you know, if you bounce on that guy consecutively, you can get as many lives as you want. But I had to have bounced on enough guys there to get something. And this is just out of hand. I definitely deserve compensation for how hard I worked to get all those consecutive bounces. Okay, so we're getting kind of dangerously low in lives, which is totally what I get for mentioning that I didn't stock up on them. Now that I think about it though, if I ever actually was in danger, I could easily just leave this world. We're not having a World 7 situation again where we're totally locked in for all eternity. We can, you know, we have the power to do whatever we want life-wise. And I think that our checkpoint would still be saved as long as we don't turn off the game. I really like that in Mario World, even if you turn off the game, your checkpoints are still saved. Like, that is just such a random thing for the game to keep track of, yet it is so appreciated when you are playing a ROM hack without save states. Okay, let me see. Doesn't seem like the down path is a very wise one to take, although we could explore it if we go and grab this guy first, and then throw that. Would have liked it if it killed this guy too, but that's what Kongs are for. Okay, and we can even do it again. I do not want to do something silly and accidentally lose a Kong though. Wow, so why would you ever go down? Like, what it makes it seem like there's going to be some kind of secret down there. And then it's just like, nope, it's totally pointless. Also, yeah, I don't trust the interactions that are going on here. Sometimes things seem solid and they're not. That guy totally jumped backwards, which I was not expecting. It seems like there could be something hidden down there, but I do not feel like checking it out. Okay, so we're actually have to head upwards here. And thankfully the extra life there as well. You are interacting with things strangely. Look at all these guys, and I almost walked off the edge because I was so busy looking up at them. They are just so mesmerizing. Is this a bad... Yeah, this is a bad idea. Now they're all going to be coming at me again, aren't they? So I can jump over you, and you, and you. And how do you get the height required to get the prize here? I don't know, but I don't care. Oh, wow, that was enough height? You really don't need much of it. I figured that small lip was not, you know, going to be anywhere close to enough height to get the required... required to get the item. But there we go. That is all of the items in the first two Lost World levels of Donkey Kong Country 2. The lost levels. Everything is just lost about this game. Hope that you enjoyed those too. Next time we will be taking on the World 4 and World 5 lost levels before the final part where we take on the World 6 and the World 6 lost level and the final true boss of the game. So I hope that you'll be looking forward to that. Sorry again for the big gap between this part and the previous part, but I promise that from here on out, things will hopefully progress fairly quickly. So next time, World 4's lost level, or is it technically the third level of World 8? the never-ending struggle of what exactly is going on with Donkey Kong Country 2's Lost World. But what I do know is I am very grateful that you watched this far, and I hope that you'll join me next time when we continue. So thanks, and see you later.